Bullseye.
Hello guys, it's Tiger 1286 with another episode on the NightOwl survival server. And I'm sorry for the lack of episodes that I've been putting out on here the past week or so. I've been very busy. I had my graduation ceremony last night, and it's a little bit of a surreal experience knowing that I'm never going to step foot in high school again. And I'm going to talk about that a little bit more in a bit. But I also wanted to talk about a couple other reasons why I've been lacking videos on here. One of the reasons is because I've got so many series going right now, which is like we've got the Terraria series going, I've got my Agrarian Skies, Kingdom Hearts, and I just actually finished recording the second episode of My Dad Plays Minecraft. It seemed people enjoyed that, so I brought him back again for another session, and I think he's enjoying it a little bit too. He's struggling a little bit, but he'll figure it out, I'm sure, eventually. He's pretty good at learning things fairly quickly. But today, I wanted to sort of talk about stuff in my life, but I didn't want to just like talk and not do anything, so I've got a little bit of a build that I want to start up today, and I'm not going to explain too much of it right now. My sounds feel really loud, and yeah, it just feels super loud. That's a little better. Yeah, so I'm going to grab some stuff, and we're going to do a little bit of building. Just grab some of this stuff. I'm going to need to get some more spruce wood, I'm thinking. Yeah, I'm definitely going to need to get some more spruce wood. So I'm going to get everything prepared, and then we're going to head over to where I'm going to be building, and I can start talking with you guys. Alright guys, so we're out here where I'm going to be building, and it's not too big of a thing that we're going to be building. I asked Vert's permission, and he said that this area here, this flat area, no one was going to do anything with at the moment. So I decided that we're going to build something out here. And I'm going to try my best at commentating while building. I don't do a very good job of it usually, but may as well try. There's some stuff that I'd like to talk to you about, just maybe share some wisdom on. Wisdom from Tiger, yeah, because that's the thing, right? I'll give my best shot. So, like I mentioned yesterday, let me just count this out real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. All right, good. So, like I mentioned at the beginning of this video, yesterday I graduated. I walked across the stage, and I'm done with high school. I'm done with school. Nah, I'm going to college. I do have college, so I will be going to school again, but I am done with high school, so that's a pretty big deal. And at my graduation, my 5th grade teacher, of all people, showed up afterwards when I was sort of hanging out with my friends, and she gave me a letter that I wrote to myself when I was in 5th grade, the beginning of 5th grade year, when I was 11 years old. Now that's almost 8 years ago at this point. And it was kind of a goofy letter. I had a bunch of pointless stuff in there, like what did I want for Christmas? I wanted a motor scooter or something like that. I wanted to complete this video game or other. But then there was also some really interesting stuff in there that I had even forgotten that I had wanted to do. I wanted to play on the varsity baseball team. Stuff like that, and it really I wanted to get straight A's, get full ride scholarships, crazy stuff like that that I never ended up doing. But it really made me think about, I guess you could say, it just a lot of reflection, on the past and what I wanted and how things turned out and what went differently than expected, what actually did happen. And I'm trying to think really about what I want to say, but it made me look back and picture myself as I am now and how I was then, and see how I've changed and how I've grown and how I've maybe not lived up to my expectations that I would have had of myself back then, and how I pictured myself. And I think that that is a really good thing, to look back and reflect on the things that you've done wrong, the things that you've done right, all these things. I think it's really important in life to understand the things that make you who you are, that make you unique, that really define you, and what has made you grow, and what has sort of been a detriment in the scheme of your life. And oops, I fell. And I think that what I'd like to talk about is less about me per se than it is just about in general. This episode, I want to talk about reflection and the benefits of reflection, and looking back on yourself and seeing where you've come from and whatnot. This is getting a little bit repetitive. I'm sorry. Like I said, I'm not great at talking and building at the same time. I'm giving it my best shot here. But yeah, so I graduated yesterday. I got that letter. It made me really think about reflection and who I was then and who I am now. And I just thought that was really interesting, something I'd like to share. So last night also, oh dang it, I after the graduation ceremony, and after I hung out with my family and had dinner with my grandma and grandpa and whatnot, and did all that, we had my senior class, we had a big lock-in at this recreation center. I forget. Well, it doesn't matter what it was called. It was it was like a community center for a certain area in the town, and basically we just stayed there and we hung out and partied until 4 a.m. is when I think we all went home, and it was a lot of fun. I played basketball, I played volleyball, all these things, and hey Saito, and it also sort of reminded me that I'm not going to be seeing a lot of these people ever again, and it brought back some memories of times that I've had with them, and funny moments and friendships that I've had since I was just a little kid. I've known these people forever, pretty much, and especially since I went to a private high school, so a lot of the kids that I went to school with at the private high school came from the school that I was at beforehand, which was also private. I'm not ashamed of admitting I went to a private school or anything like that. It was I think it was good. I'm not going to go into my religious beliefs right now or anything like that, but yeah, we're talking about reflection in school. Is this the same height? This is 91. Can I make that? Nope. Oh well, we'll take a look at it afterwards. Here, let me collect my thoughts real quick. Alright, sorry about that. I just need to collect my thoughts for a moment. I was drifting a little bit far away from sort of where I wanted to go with the conversation, and basically what I want to talk about is, like I said, the reflection. And every so often in your life, you need to, at memorable moments, like right now, with me graduating high school, this is an extremely relevant time for me to really look back on the past 12 years of elementary school and high school and see sort of where I've come. And every once in a while, you really need to do this so that you can see sort of where you it can be kind of eye-opening, really, because after reading that letter that I got from my fifth grade teacher, who, by the way, doesn't even live in Missouri anymore. She's she came back for our graduation of some of the kids that she taught and delivered those letters, which I didn't even remember writing, which is another interesting thing. It's kind of funny, the stuff that you forget and the stuff that you remember. And I never remember anything from school, to be honest. But as far as that sort of stuff, I mean, I remember. Who am I kidding? I don't remember school material. Are you crazy? But yeah, that was really thoughtful of her to bring that back. But at points in your life, you need to reflect and look back at yourself to see sort of, are you the same person that you want to be? Are you the person you want to be? Because I know that I think that if I were to look at myself as who I am from who I was, I think that there are some things that I'd be proud of myself for. Like I've grown a lot in the way that I used to be, and I still am. I'm generally a reserved type of kid, or I guess guy. I'm not really a kid anymore. I'm almost 19, but I used to be, and like I said, I still am a generally reserved person. Pretty shy. I'm not too outward talking wise to people. I do talk to people. I'm very opinionated when it comes to sharing things that I feel strongly about. And I'm sure Smeltscape remembers the conversation that we had in the NightOwl, or the NightOwl fan server debate room, very fancy place. And I can speak my mind when I need to, but I've grown a lot in the fact that I've gotten a lot more comfortable in talking to people. Especially this YouTube thing has really helped a lot. I've grown in confidence a bit by sort of, I guess I've sort of learned how to really like carry on a conversation with people, and I've met a lot of really interesting people in my time through YouTube who have really influenced me and helped me grow in that regard. But something that I haven't really done as well of is I've really gotten a lot of less motivated, I'd say, in my my high school years. I sort of just stopped caring about a whole lot of stuff. Like I said, when I was in elementary school and middle school, one of my favorite things to do was to play baseball. My dad was I don't know if I've told you guys this before, my dad was a professional baseball player for almost 9-10 years. He played in the minor leagues baseball for the Red Sox organization and the Cardinals organization. And some of that love for baseball sort of carried over from him. And but as I got older, I guess I sort of got really melancholy about a lot of things, and that sort of rolled over to my my baseball career. I wouldn't call it a career, really. I was just a little kid, but I lost a lot of motivation to play sports and play baseball, and that really affected my health a lot. I'm a fit guy. I'm by no means overweight or anything like that, but my muscle tone sort of dropped. I got really unhealthy, and there was a time, my freshman year of high school, where I was just extremely depressed. I actually left school for a bit, for about a month, and was put into an outpatient program for depression. And I think that a lot of that was because of the lack of stuff that I was doing with people. I was really sort of in my own world, where I just didn't care about anything, really. I had stopped caring about life, grade, school, a lot of that reflected over my grades started dropping. It was a bad time for me. And when I read that note, it really hit me hard, because I looked at the note. There was a lot of stuff in there. I sounded super upbeat and happy about all this stuff, and even like I want to complete this game series and this game series. I was a little kid, and I was like so happy because I had friends and stuff. And actually, I had also said this is kind of depressing, actually, which may be another thing that led to my depression in the early years of high school. I had said that I wanted my best friend from elementary school to be my best friend in high school as well, but that kid ended up going down a pretty dark road with drugs and alcohol, and that ended up messing me up a lot. I never participated in anything like that, but just seeing him go down that road really screwed me up a lot. It made me sort of question people and really how good the world was. And there was quite a bit of time there where I just wasn't comfortable hanging around anyone or making friends with anyone. And that mindset has carried over a little bit to where I'm still a little bit cautious around people and who I make friends with and whatnot, just because, I don't know. This is getting deep. This is getting really deep. I'm going to cut here again and gather my thoughts. Alright, so I'm getting a little bit low on resources real quick. I'm going to go chop some trees. But while I'm doing that, I figured I might as well keep talking to you guys, because building that thing is kind of difficult when I'm trying to concentrate on giving you guys some meaningful, thoughtful talking. Holy crap! That was loud. And stupid sound settings won't let me turn thunder and lightning down, but whatever. Get your game right, Mojang, jeez. Alright, anyways guys, so I was talking about sort of how my high school years were, which they were fine. My high school years were fine. Yeah, they were great. After freshman year and that little ordeal of depression and whatnot, things did get a okay, really. All right, just turn weather all the way off. Fine then, whatever. Yeah, so after the bout of depression that I went through, it kind of things kind of went a little bit better for me. My grades went up again, and there was a few times during my high school career where my grades kind of wavered and started dropping because of depression and whatnot. But overall, I did fairly well. But sort of what I wanted to say, I guess the whole point of this sort of little discussion here was that you really need to, in order to understand where you, who you are and plan for the future, you need to understand your past and sort of you need to kind of come to grips with the type of person that you are and your own flaws and stuff. Like, I know that I'm a person who is easily depressed and unmotivated at times. So I have to, in order to really, in order to survive, I have to really worry about and focus on motivating myself and finding ways to get myself to do what's necessary. And the only way that I'm able to do that is by understanding my own flaws. And so reflecting on your past really is necessary for your future. And the reason I'm talking about this right now is because, with graduation, it's really graduation, especially in America, is really the only like coming of age type of deal. So I guess it's a time to look back on your childhood and look forward to your future and your plans adulthood, and I'm doing a really bad job with this sort of, not really a speech, but just thought-provoking conversation. I'm not a very good speaker when it comes to this sort of stuff. At least when it's right off the top of my head. I had stuff that I wanted to talk about, but the delivery, man, the delivery is where it's difficult. And I say too much. That's another one of my flaws. I need to know how to fix my flaws of saying But what I'd like to just say is that really you need to accept who you are, your flaws, and you also need to really realize the things that are good about yourself. I'm really good with people, not necessarily like shyness, but I feel like I treat people well a lot of the times, and that's something I really strive to do, is to treat people well and with respect and dignity and how I would want to be treated. That's something I do well, at least in the most part. I mean, obviously everyone makes mistakes, but God, if you mention Miley Cyrus, I'll slap you, despite my just saying that I treat people well. But yeah, you need to look at what you do well and what you do wrong, and sort of figure out how to balance the two, and come up with a way of really using your flaws and the things you're good at to benefit yourself and others. And that's really just the whole point of this conversation. So I'm gonna gather some more resources, and then I'll tell you a little bit about the tower that I'm building and what that's gonna be for. It's for me and hopefully for other people too if they'd like to use it. But I'll be back in a second. Looks like we've got a little bit of a sidetrack here. It looks like the Divine Melon crew has given me a melon, and we're about to partake in maybe a little bit of a ritual here or something. I don't know what's going on. Oh, gosh. Oh, lol. Have your melon back. I need to work on our project here. Okay. So basically what this is going to be is Jarbo had himself the Tower of Pimps. I'm going to have myself the Tower of Ponderance, and we're speak about weighty topics from the peak of the world, and I can look down on Spawn and everything else and reflect on things. I thought that was fitting for the point of this episode, so that's what the tower is going to be, the Tower of Ponderance. And if people want to use it for other things, that's fine. I'm not sure what I want to do with it yet too much, but for now, that's what it's going to be for. And you can't really see it with the rain and stuff, so I'm going to wait till daytime and maybe work on a little bit more during the night, and I'll be back once it's daytime and I can show you a little bit of it. Alright, it's still raining, but it's daytime now at least, so we can kind of see. So basically what this guy is going to look like is he's going to have like these arches, these kind of inverted arches going up of different materials at each level. This first level is going to be stone, then it's going to be spruce logs, then spruce planks, then oak planks, then birch planks. So it's going to get increasingly lighter and lighter as it goes up. Sorry about the FPS there. The rain is really affecting me right now. Also, really quick before I end the episode here, I've been messing around with some sound settings for my mic. I want to know what you guys think of it. I think that I've had it going for the past few Terraria episodes. So maybe if you haven't seen those, go check those out as well, so you can get like a little point of reference. That series is going pretty well for me. I'm having a lot of fun with it. I'm sure, and the other guys are enjoying it as well. Everyone's on there all the time. I think it's down right now though for some reason. But anyways, yeah. So let me know what you think of my my mic settings. But anyways, that's gonna do it for today, guys. I hope you've enjoyed my little discussion. It was really really clumsy, kind of all over the place. But you know, I gave it a shot. So whatever. You know, you just gotta give things a shot. But yeah, so I'll see you all next time on the Night Owl server, and hopefully things will be a little bit less weighty next time, I guess you could say, and we'll be able to focus just on the game more and less on IRL stuff, because I don't know if you guys are really interested in that. I know I am certainly interested when LPers talk about their real life stuff, but I don't know if I'm really that interesting, or if you guys find me interesting. So let me guys know what you thought of my little discussion, and if you want more discussions on what's happening in my life. But anyways, I'll see you all next time. This is like the 5th time that I've said that, and I'll see you all next time, number 6, and bye-bye.
Bullseye.